This doesn't look that dirty, but it is. And there is no more satisfying thing than cleaning a dirty interior with a white rag. So this is an Autofiber Mr. Everything. You wanna see how dirty your car is? Pick one of these up. So I did the passenger side off camera. I used Color Lock Strong Leather Cleaner on that one. On this side, I'm gonna use Detail Co. Interior Cleaner, Sword, mostly because I haven't spent a lot of time with it. So let's, and this is gonna get messed up again probably anyway, because this car is getting retinted on Tuesday, but check that out. But anyway, so I've just been kind of working through cleaning the car, using this as an opportunity to try out a bunch of new chemicals. I cleaned the wheels. I used 4 different wheel cleaners. I clay barred the car with iron remover because there was a bunch of iron all over the place. And I actually used 9 or 10 different iron removers. So it's allowed me to work through quite a bit of the chemicals that I've had sitting on the shelf, which is nice. This car is like car wash clean, right? Like, you take it to a car wash and you get the car back and it kind of looks clean, it kind of smells nice, but it really isn't. And you know, it smells like whatever they sprayed in your car. All the surfaces are shiny for some reason, even though from the dealer they had a nice matte finish. So check that out. Check out that finish. So give it a second to dry. We can fold this over and buff off the excess. So I like Sword. It gives us a nice like Mercedes-Benz finish. See, big. Got a clean square for this one. And like I said, I used Color Lock on the other one. That did really well. But I like trying new things. I'm digging most of the Detail Co. stuff. I like the House of Rags towels too so far. They've been really good. Nice brown spot. This one's probably going to be the worst of the seats, I would imagine. The back seat doesn't look like it's ever been sat in. So something like a Color Lock brush would be good for agitating this. We could just use our hand. This does contain a little bit of protection in it, just a UV protection. I like the matte or satin appearance that it leaves behind. I'll probably go over it with a true leather conditioner at some point, and I've got the leather coating on the way from Detail Co. So we'll try that out, their leather ceramic coating. So yeah, products seem super effective and they're fairly enjoyable and easy to use, which is mostly what I care about. But I mean, check that out. Just one seat, part of a dash. This interior wears pretty well though. Even though the seat has over 80,000 miles on it, it's still in really good shape. I think the Honda actually has more bolster wear than this does, and that has 30,000 on it, so it's been doing pretty good. The next thing we'll do, yeah, see, let's grab some lithium cubes. Let's try out the steering wheel, see what we can do on that. So I've never used one of these. I've just seen a video. So there is these are wet. They come out of a pouch, they're wet. To activate them, give a slight squeeze over something other than a surface in your car. Scrub the chosen area with medium pressure in a crosshatch motion until the stain, dirt, or shine disappears. I have a wet towel here because they tell you to have a wet towel. So, wow. Right. So we're going to use this wet rag to wipe this off, and then we've got a dry rag to wipe it after we're done. Holy crap! You see that? Check that out. Wow. Look at that versus like this. That's nuts. Holy crap. All right, well. So it does say on here to try this in an inconspicuous area before just going whole hog with it. Like I said, I have watched one video on it before. I'm certainly not an expert in how to use it, but it didn't seem that hard, and honestly, with as hammered as the steering wheel is, I figured if I screwed it up, I would just replace it. So you might not have those same feelings about whatever it is that you're cleaning, so you should try an inconspicuous area first, like what they recommend on the package. So, okay. That's amazing. This looks like new. Holy crap. Because of the minor abrasives that this contains, I would probably want to keep it away from like the silver shiny surface, the steering wheel buttons especially. Steering wheel buttons are going to be like a painted on letter or coating or something. But wow, that's actually pretty nuts. Okay. Like, I mean, just look at the line. Like, you could see it on camera. It's right there. That's pretty insane. So we're back to how this is supposed to look. And you're supposed to run these until they disintegrate. It actually reminds me a lot of a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. I'm sure it's different. You know, this is designed for leather, so it probably has different chemicals in it. But wow. So all I've left is this one last piece here. I'm just kind of working through the whole steering wheel, like one section at a time. This has already got these sewed seams on it, so, and just making sure that I get my thumb into these valleys really well. And yeah, that's remarkable. Well, if you're looking to refresh your steering wheel, these are definitely something to try. That's pretty impressive. So one last thing I'm going to do, let me get a little detail brush. Get that. A little bit of sword there. Man, that looks like brand new. Nice. All right. So that really did an excellent job. I probably should have wrung this out inside its little baggie. I don't know if it makes sense to keep these. It seems like it's going to last quite a while, honestly, like you're going to get a lot done with it. You can use it on seats and other things too, although I don't really need that in this. This looks good, but yeah. So I ended up with this is my steering wheel rag. I got a different rags. This is rag number 2, steering wheel lithium cube rag. And this is the rag that I use to buff everything off, which is pretty clean, mostly dry. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Okay. Well, one last thing I'm going to fix while we're here today. This will be I guess a fairly short video. I'm not talking a whole lot. Car's been good. Kids are good. We got through Thanksgiving. That was great. I've had a lot of really nice interactions in the comments lately. I've had some that were not so pleasant. Just YouTube being YouTube. I'm thinking I'm to the point where, I don't know, kind of came up on Pan's channel the other day about like trolls and blocking and this and that, and like I've kind of adopted this whole I'm not going to block, censor, delete comments. People can say what they want to say and be who they want to be and do their thing. But I think I might be ready to change my mind on some of that a little bit. I originally did this channel to, I don't know, to bring me joy, to have fun with, try new things, meet new people, all that kind of stuff. And lately I've had some, I don't know, some things that are making it feel more like work and less fun. Coming up, somebody's coming into the comments and not really like adding anything and just creating drama. I think I'm just going to start hiding them from the channel. I'm grateful for every subscriber, every viewer, everybody that spends the time to watch my stuff, but I just don't need the negativity. You want to have a constructive conversation, I'm all for it, even if you don't agree with me. But if you just want to be a jerk for the sake of being a jerk, I'm not really having that anymore, I don't think. Took a dark turn. Didn't intend it to. So on some of these German cars, and Mercedes is actually really good about it, older BMWs and older Volkswagens tend to be the worst, where the buttons kind of get gummy over time. These don't get gummy, but there's a little bit of wear there. I'm guessing the person who owned this, it was probably a lady. She probably had fingernails and used this button a lot. You can see that I've got some wear here on this driver's window, on the driver window button. So there's this seller on Amazon that you can buy an actual button sticker from, and they come in a pack like this, and we can replace or go over the top. I think under ideal circumstances you would just replace the button, like the whole switch assembly. But you know, this can be a stopgap. In this car, this assembly is probably like 150 bucks. And I only have 2 damaged buttons in the entire car. Like I said, one of the things with this car for me is that this car will never be perfect. It will always be used. I bought it with 80 plus thousand miles on it, so just it is what it is. But all the AC buttons are here, the phone buttons, the radio, lots of different stuff. And memory for the seats, lock buttons, all of it. So if I ever ruin another one, I can take care of that. So that's all I've got for today. Everything else is actually really solid on the interior. There's a couple little black marks here and there. We can get some of those with our interior cleaner. Like this has a beige headliner, and the tops of the B-pillars are beige. So like there's a little bit of black from people like grabbing the seatbelt, stuff like that. So clean that. Just little odds and ends here and there. Right around the grab handle on the passenger side, there were a couple little marks I cleaned up. So I think the trick with one of these older cars is don't shoot for perfection, because you're not going to do it, and you're probably going to negatively impact the interior overall, right? You're going to wipe off too much material, you're going to damage something with a cleaner, you're going to do something. Instead, just make it as good as you reasonably can, with reasonable effort, reasonable chemicals, and live with it. If you wanted a perfect car, you would have bought a new one, right? Although my last 2 brand new cars needed a lot of work when I got them home, in terms of paint correction and polishing and different stuff like that. And there we are. So lithium cleaning cubes. Those are awesome. Sword and Shield both did an excellent job. If you're looking for interior cleaners, I'd recommend testing them out. I do still like Armor Detail Supply Pilot quite a bit. I've talked about that a lot. These are really solid though. Some things that are coming up next for this car. LED lights. Then the time after that will be the CarPlay retrofit. Then we'll probably start digging into paint correction and then the sound system and, you know, working through that. So today's Sunday. We'll have lights on Monday, tint on Tuesday, CarPlay on Friday. We'll probably work on some paint correction in the meantime. I have a new ceramic coating that I've never tried before that's coming for this, so I'm pretty excited to test that out. We're just going to drive it. We're just going to enjoy it. I have to hardwire the radar detector as well, so probably do that. I might actually do that when I do the CarPlay retrofit, because I can tap into the power wires that are behind the head unit, and I'm going to have to take the whole dash apart to do it anyway. So I think that's going to be a good time to do it. And then, yeah. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying me messing around with these cars. If you're not, then I'm sorry. But the channel is about my life, not necessarily about entertaining everybody. Although I do take that into account, like it's not the primary reason. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.